Hey everyone, I'm Zaid, and I truly hope you all are doing great today. Today's topic is one wrapped in both mystery and ancient military brilliance, the Legion Ninth Army, also known as Legio IX Hispana. This Roman legion has intrigued historians for centuries. It wasn't just another military unit. It was once the backbone of Rome's northern campaigns, a symbol of might and discipline. The Ninth Legion was originally raised by Julius Caesar around 65 BCE during the late Roman Republic era. It fought under his command in the brutal Gallic Wars, where it earned a fierce reputation for courage and precision after Caesar's assassination. The legion continued to serve under his successors, including Emperor Augustus. It was later stationed in Hispania, modern-day Spain, which is why the title Hispana was added to its name. The legion became famous for bringing order to rebellious regions, building forts, roads, and settlements that would shape Roman expansion for generations. But what truly made the Ninth Legion legendary was its mysterious disappearance. It was stationed in Britain in the early 2nd century CE, and then records about it almost completely vanished. For decades, people believed that the entire legion was destroyed in battle, perhaps during a rebellion of northern tribes. Others suggested it was quietly disbanded or reassigned somewhere far away, like the eastern provinces. Archaeological discoveries in York and Nijmegen have fueled endless debates. Inscriptions, tiles, and ancient documents hint that parts of the legion might have survived longer than historians once believed. Even today, the Ninth Legion remains one of Rome's greatest enigmas, its fate lost in the shifting sands of history. Before we move to today's deeper analysis, I want to say that this channel is user-friendly. No offensive content, no misinformation. We explain things with respect, curiosity, and authenticity. The story of the Ninth Legion isn't just a tale of soldiers. It's a mirror of how power, loyalty, and the passage of time can reshape entire civilizations. As we continue, let's step deeper into the mystery that shadows the Ninth Legion's final days. By the early 2nd century CE, the Ninth was stationed at Eboracum, known today as York, England. Roman Britain was unstable, and the northern frontier was constantly threatened by tribal uprisings. The last concrete record of the Ninth Legion dates to around the year 108 CE. After that, the written evidence simply fades away. For centuries, this silence in the records led scholars to believe the legion was wiped out in a sudden and catastrophic battle somewhere in northern Britain. Imagine thousands of trained soldiers marching north through misty moors, never to return. The idea haunted historians, writers, and even filmmakers. It became one of the greatest legends of ancient military history. But archaeology tells a more complicated story. In the 1950s, a discovery in Nijmegen, in the Netherlands, revealed inscriptions bearing the Ninth's name, possibly dating later than 120 CE. That single find shook old beliefs. If the Ninth was still active after that date, it couldn't have been destroyed in Britain. Instead, it might have been transferred to another front, perhaps Germania or the Middle East. Some researchers suggest the legion was later involved in conflicts along the Rhine River. Others think it may have joined campaigns against Parthia in the far eastern provinces. No single theory fits all the clues. Some records show new legions were created around the same time, which might mean the Ninth was quietly dissolved to strengthen others. This makes the story of Legio Hispana a perfect example of how history can blur between myth and fact. Its disappearance still fascinates modern historians, not because of bloodshed alone, but because of the silence that followed it. That silence is louder than any battle cry. For archaeologists, Each tile, coin, or inscription is like a whisper from the soldiers of the Ninth, a small clue to what really happened. Their fate may never be known completely, but their legacy is etched into the foundations of Roman Britain itself. Now let's explore the fascinating survival theories surrounding the Ninth Legion. Some historians believe that the Ninth didn't vanish in battle, it survived. According to this view, the Legion may have been reassigned to a quieter post after decades of heavy service. A few ancient military documents hint that soldiers from the Ninth were later active in the East, possibly in Judea or Cappadocia. If true, this means the Legion's name was removed from official rosters, not because it was destroyed, but because it was merged into another unit. Another theory comes from fragmentary records of Emperor Hadrian's reign. When Hadrian visited Britain, around 122 CE, he ordered the construction of a massive defensive wall, Hadrian's Wall. Some scholars argue that the wall's creation was a direct response to a major loss of troops just before his visit, perhaps the Ninth itself. Others counter that Hadrian's Wall was more about controlling movement and trade across the border than recovering from defeat. The truth likely lies somewhere between. The Ninth could have suffered heavy casualties, yet not total annihilation. In Roman history, partial destruction was often followed by reorganization. So the Ninth may have lived on, reborn under another name. In modern times, the mystery of the Ninth Legion has captured the imagination of authors and filmmakers alike. Books like The Eagle of the Ninth by Rosemary Sutcliffe and films such as The Eagle and Centurion brought the legend to life again, mixing history with adventure. These stories, while fictional, reflect how powerful the legacy of the Legion remains. It symbolizes bravery, loyalty, and the fragile nature of recorded history. Even archaeologists today still search for traces, lost camps, buried weapons, and ancient carvings that might reveal the Legion's final footsteps. What keeps the Ninth alive is not just its mystery, but its reminder that even the strongest institutions can fade when the winds of time shift. The story of Legio IX Hispana remains a lesson in humility for empires and a spark of wonder for historians and dreamers alike. As we reach the final part of our journey into history, let's focus on what remains, the tangible evidence, the stones and inscriptions that still whisper the name of the Ninth Legion. Across Britain, especially in York, archaeologists have uncovered fragments of tiles, inscriptions, and military stamps that clearly bear the mark of Legio IX Hispana. These remnants prove that the Legion was present there until at least the early 2nd century CE. In the fortress at York, the Ninth built walls so enduring that parts still stand today. Their engineering skill was unmatched. They were not only warriors, but also builders, craftsmen who helped lay the backbone of Roman Britain. Outside Britain, finds from Nijmegen in the Netherlands and other Roman sites suggest that elements of the Ninth Legion may have continued to serve elsewhere in the empire. Each discovery, no matter how small, is a window into the lives of those soldiers. From the weapons they carried to the roads they built, their legacy shaped the map of the ancient world. Modern technology, like ground-penetrating radar and digital mapping, continues to aid archaeologists in tracing their forgotten footprints. Museums in Britain and Europe now preserve these artifacts, allowing us to connect with the reality of Rome's distant past. And yet, no final inscription or record has ever confirmed exactly how the Ninth met its end. That enduring mystery is what makes their story so captivating. Perhaps that is the beauty of the Ninth Legion's legacy, not in knowing the end, but in the endless curiosity it inspires. The Legion IXth Army, or Legio IX Hispana, remains an immortal chapter in Rome's military saga, a story written in courage, silence, and the dust of forgotten battlefields. All the information we provide comes from verified historical sources, including books, records, and archaeology. Verified sources key the Roman army, the greatest war machine of the ancient world. Chris McNabb, Osprey Publishing, 2010. The fate of the Ninth. The mysterious disappearance of Legio IX Hispana. Duncan B. Campbell, Journal of Roman Studies, 2016. Roman Britain, A New History. Guy de la Bédoyère, Thames and Hudson, 2013. Inscriptions and excavations reported by the British Museum and York Archaeological. Trust Archives 2022 updates. So if you found this exploration interesting, please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thrones of Knowledge. Don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified on time, and tell us in the comments which topic you'd like us to explore next, to make your experience even more fascinating and insightful.